Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing good, and we're going to be talking about everything related to sustainability and climate risk exam as of 2025. We're going to be talking about the entire program. We're going to be talking about how is the fees for the exam, when the exams are conducted, what is the structure of the exam, what chapters are there, and also we're going to be talking about what different job opportunities are there for you guys if you complete this certification. Okay, so let us start with the discussion on sustainability and climate risk exam. Okay, now in this entire session, we're going to be covering all of these pointers, which book, material, career, registration, exam, topics, everything in one single video for you guys. Okay, so first of all, what exactly is an SCR exam? Sustainability and climate risk exam has been introduced by GARP, which is Global Association of Risk Professional. This is primarily for those candidates or those people who want to create a career in risk management but connected to either climate or sustainability. Okay, and this concept of climate risk has been growing in the market right now, and it is connected to banking, it is connected to fintech, it's connected to hospitality, supply chain, FMCG, every other sector, every other industry is going to get impacted because of sustainability and because of climate. So that is why this exam becomes very important for all the audience who's planning to get into an area or closer to these sections. So SCR exam was primarily launched in January 2020 by GARP, which is nothing but Global Association of Risk Professional. You must have also heard about FRM, which is Financial Risk Manager Certification, which is also given by GARP. Again, what was the purpose of creating this exam is to make sure that we create professionals who understand climate risk, okay, and who can guide the organizations with respect to the changes that will happen because of the climate change. Okay, so there's been a rising demand of sustainability related standards, sustainability consultants, sustainability related policy making also. So all of this is there as demand right now in both financial sector, which is banks, insurance, and BFSI sector, and also in non-financial companies like manufacturing company, FMCG companies. All of them are now trying to understand that how sustainability is going to impact them. So from that perspective, the exam is relevant to the current time. Who are the primary target audience? Finance people, people who are working in the finance field, who want to move or change their career into risk management and specific to this area. Supply chain managers are also actively being sought in the market who have some amount of understanding of sustainability. Then you have operations people, technology people, and people who want to move to a career which is going to be growing in the future. So all of these professionals can enter in this exam. Till now, right now, more than 7,000 candidates have given the exam, and around 2,000 title holders, SCR people, have completed till now, till 2024. How is this exam conducted? Okay, now this is an exam which is basically conducted in one day. Okay, there is no negative marking in the exam. There are total 90 questions that you need to solve in 4 hours, and the exam has to be conducted, has to be given in the pre-approved center. So when you register for the exam also, you have to schedule your exam. You have to schedule the date, time, and location. Okay, generally they give the result after 4 weeks. Okay, there is no education, no work experience required for you to appear for the exam. And on an average, from my experience of preparing for the exam, because I have also cleared this exam, okay, around 100 to 150 hour of preparation is more than enough, and this helps you to clear the exam. Okay, 150 hour is a very decent number which can be taken by students to clear the exam. Let us go to how to become an SCR charter holder, or basically how to complete this SCR exam. Okay, so first of all, go to GARP website. Okay, over there register yourself. There are various different fees for the exam. Okay, if you're a member, the fees is different. If you are a non-member, then the fees is different. Okay, then you get the official book from GARP. Okay, there is a GARP learning platform. Apart from that, there are a lot of learning providers like us, which is Fintelligents. We also help students to prepare for the exam. Okay, so do your preparation for the exam take the exam, and when actual exam is around 90 days, no, sorry, 90 hours, for 90 question, 4 hours, and within that 90 question you will find two case studies of each with around 3 to 4 question. Okay, the results are actually given in 4 weeks time. Post the exam, the results are given in 4 weeks time. Okay, and once you clear the exam, you get the certification which can help you to transition into new career opportunities, new career areas. Okay, so this is the general pathway that you can apply to become an SCR certificate holder. What are the benefits of going for the exam? Okay, it acts as a new skill set. Okay, it acts as a new skill set. Then what happens is that if you are already working in the industry for like around 10-15 years, and you want to learn something new which is not very tough, which is growing, which is evolving, then this exam can act as a new skill set for you. Right now the industry recognizes SCR. Okay, people who have cleared SCR exam, there is a good amount of recognition in the companies, in the industry, that they have the basic understanding clear, and this is a global certification. So what happens is, if you've cleared this exam in India also, and you want to try abroad, there also the opportunities are extremely well. And like I said, a lot of working professionals who have been in their industry, who have worked in a particular area, particular role, but they feel that their learning is stopped. So this certification can act as a short-term learning opportunity for them to make themselves more and more competitive in the market. If you have done SCR exam, it gives you a competitive edge from those people who are planning to apply into the sustainability space or the climate risk space without the certification. So this certification will give you a competitive edge, and also it will help you to enter into new career opportunities. A lot of people right now in finance, they are planning to change their career. Okay, they want to move to new roles, new opportunities, new location. So this exam can act as a bridge for them to do and go into those areas. Okay, so SCR exam, lot of benefits, lot of opportunities. What are the top skill sets that you will get if you complete this exam? So you will learn about sustainability practices across the globe. You'll also be learning how regulators are thinking about sustainability, how to assess risk, how do you manage risk of sustainability or climate related impact. Then scenario analysis, there's a specific sections within the chapter which talks about how do banks, how do big financial institutions do scenarios related to climate risk. Okay, ESG is also a very good area which is going right now in the market. So you will be closer to the ESG practice, because within ESG, the environmental aspect is covered in your climate risk and sustainability risk part in detail. A lot of regulatory compliances are going to come around this space. So you being a professional who has already completed SCR, then you have a very, very good opportunity to look at the understand the regulatory compliance part, or how you can make your career into this area also. Further, when you talk about the SCR space, there's huge amount of data, huge amount of modeling that is going to come. So there is need of professionals who understand data, who can understand the trend behind the data, who can understand the story behind the data. So data analysis and interpretation is also one of the skill that you will learn after completing this certification. Who should do SCR course? Okay, now mostly it's basically any person who's in finance but want to change into a new area. So you have, say, financial analysts who are already working for a few years and want to enter into new space, risk managers who want to explicitly focus on climate specific risk. There are sustainability professionals who are there operating in the industry but without any specific certification which is backing them. So for them also, as a sustainability professional, SCR can boost their CV, boost their opportunities. People who are working with regulators and policymakers, now if they want to understand the broader aspect of the sustainability and climate risk, they should definitely do the certification, because regulators are also pushing the banks or other financial institutions or other non-financial institutions to understand sustainability, to understand climate risk. So if you're going to do this certification as a part of policymaker and regulator, your career opportunities will become very, very good. Apart from that, you have a lot of consultants. Okay, consultants who are working in KPMG, PwC, EY, all of them. Okay, when they go to client location, they also need, okay, some amount of skill set, some amount of certification which is going to back them. So which will help them to provide services to the clients in a much effective way. So consultants also are doing SCR exam. Investment managers are getting money from their client, and they're investing their money into different markets, different asset class, and all of them are now focusing on investment management aspect. And with respect to the investment management, they want to understand that if I invest into certain kind of asset, okay, will it increase my climate risk as a portfolio? Will it increase my sustainability related risk overall? Right? So that is also what investment managers are now thinking about. Supply chain managers. Now, the overall aspect of supply chain management is that you being a company, if you're producing something and it is going through an entire supply chain before it reaches to the customer, and what also happens after the product reaches the customer. So you are also now responsible that whether the product that you're creating, is it creating environmental damage. So supply chain managers are also learning about sustainability in detail. And finally, anybody who is interested in sustainability space, who is interested in climate risk space, can learn and do SCR exam and make themselves an efficient professional in this space. Let us go to the exam structure and fees. So over here, the idea is that they have bifurcated it into non-members, members, and certified FRM and ERP. Now, ERP certification, they do not provide it right now. Okay, but if you look at the section, okay, there's an early bird fee, there's a standard fee. Obviously, if you register early, you'll get a good amount of discount. But the basic difference is that if you're a non-member, you have to pay $725. And if you are a FRM professional, then you will be paying $125 lesser. Okay, so they have created this structure, and early bird deadline is there. Okay, till that time this fee is applicable, and then after that it becomes a standard fee. Okay, exam is conducted in April and October, twice a year. Now, once you register for the exam and you could not clear the exam, say for example for that, then if you want to retake, then the retake is for a lower attempt. Now, over here they have mentioned 2 attempts. What does that mean? Suppose you appeared for the exam in April 2024 and you could not clear. So you can appear in October 2024 and April 2025 at a reduced fee of $350. It's only for next 2 attempts only. If you want to give the exam. The exam is computer based. You have to go to the center, give the exam. It's a 90 question exam which includes 2 question set and a 4-hour exam. There is no negative marking. Now, a lot of students who prepare for the exam, but they are not that up to that level, and they want to defer the exam. So they can defer it by paying $150 to the next attempt. Say for example, you are appearing for October 2024 exam and you have paid $150, then your exam moves to April 2025. Okay, so there is an option available for a lot of students to defer their exam. What is the overall registration process for the exam? Again, the fees is one part of it, but apart from that, when should you pay the fees? So there are deadlines that have been created for April exam. Okay, you can see that 31st of January is the early bird deadline. After that, the fees will increase. Similarly, for October exam, 31st of July is the early bird deadline date. Okay, and what is the exam window? You will have to select the date, select the location, select the time also of the exam. So you have pretty much almost similar window size for both the attempts. And when you wish to make the payment to the institute, okay, the GARP institute, you can use credit card, you can use check. Check is primarily a US bank check or a wire transfer. But whenever you are paying through check or wire transfer, the fees will increase slightly. That is nothing but around 50 USD, because there is a processing fee that is being charged by the banks who are sitting in between. So that $50 is actually there to cover the overall impact. How do we schedule the exam? Okay, see, when you want to schedule the exam, once you've made the payment, you have to go on their dashboard after some time, and there is a big window available for scheduling. Okay, over there you have to basically select the date, time, and location. Okay, for the exam you have to fix that and register on the portal. That is your scheduling. And what all documents do you need? I would recommend you to have a passport or a driving license with you, which is a very solid proof that you're the same person who is registered for the exam. But what I've seen is that in India, it's any government document. So primarily your Aadhaar will also help you to go and sit for the exam. But my recommendation, take passport or driving license, which will make your life very easy. What has been the historical pass percentage? Very important slide for a lot of students, right? What has been the historical pass percentage? Okay, now we have shown a graphical part. Now, if you look at the history, On an average, we were above 50%. Okay, so when you're preparing for the exam, you just need to be better than the 50% of the audience, and you will be able to clear the exam. It's that simple, right? So you can see in the graph that the passing percentage has been changing. In April 2023, the number went to 57% of the students clearing the exam, which is very, very important, interesting, because a lot of these global regulation, okay, they have a range of around 35-40% pass percentage. Okay, it's a very, very interesting news. Topic which are being covered in the exam. So they have given you an entire list and with the weightage of the point. Okay, now if you look at the overall structure, there are 10 chapters now. Previously it was 8. So 10 chapters are being covered for different questions, right? So for example, our foundation of climate risk is very important chapter. You get around 8 to 12 question. Okay, you can check the other sections also, but climate risk measurement and management, higher weightage topic. Then this also model scenario and model scenario analysis, very, very important, high weighted topic. You should focus on the exam time preparation. And the last 2 chapters which are recently added in October exam, they cover around 3 to 6 questions. Most of the time you'll find a case study around that, and case studies are slightly tougher. Okay, so be mentally prepared how to tackle this exam, or how many questions you're supposed to make it correct to clear the exam. Out of 90, I feel that it should be around 50, 55. 55 is a good number to tell you that okay, you are going to clear the exam. Okay, what will happen on the exam day? Okay, now over here you have 90 questions and around 4 hours to prepare. So it's not exact 4 hours, because what happens, there are 1 minute which goes into the NDA agreement. So a lot of students, they see an NDA and they don't click within the next 1 minute. Okay, they don't agree. If you do not agree, the exam will get cancelled. So you'll have to agree within the 1 minute time. And also the tutorial, okay, it is a 1 minute tutorial on the how to navigate through the exam. So that is also important. So once you complete these two minutes, then you have around 238 minutes to clear the exam, to go through the exam. Okay, so it's a non-disclosure agreement, then the tutorial, and then the actual exam questions. Let us go to career opportunities. A lot of students who are planning to go for these exams, they look for whether there is a good amount of career opportunity or good amount of salaries that SCR professionals are getting or not. So let us go to few examples of career opportunities that you can explore after completing SCR. Sustainability analyst or consultant, you can work with some big 4 or some consulting company, or you can also work with companies being a sustainability officer. You can also become a climate risk analyst. Now this is generally with portfolio management part, investment management aspect also. Then you have sustainability manager. Okay, people who are taking care of the overall project and making sure that the projects are sustainable and there's no damage to the environment. That is also there. A lot of CSR professionals or a lot of health and safety professionals, they also come and do SCR exam. Okay, environmental and climate compliance professionals are also growing. Governments hire them. Then there are private companies, private entities who hire them. So there is a good demand for environmental compliance officer also. Finance specialist and climate policy change. Again, everything depends upon what is the interest of the candidate who want to go as a career. Okay, sustainability finance is also booming right now with new opportunities, new roles coming up in the market. So some of the companies who are hiring right now for the SCR exam prep, okay, the people who have cleared the exam. So EY, Deloitte, MSCI, these are the top companies who are hiring right now. So if you're looking for a next job into the sustainability and climate space, you should look at these 3 companies by default. Few examples of what are the job opportunities that are available. Okay, so BCG is also hiring, EY is also hiring, KPMG, consulting firms, all of them are hiring right now. You can check this: Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, MSCI, Goldman Sachs. Okay, they also hire a lot of climate risk professional, transition risk professional, ESG professionals, who can get opportunity after SCR. Okay, few more examples: junior climate analyst. Then you have program lead climate resilience. Okay, so there are government bodies also. There are companies who are making policies for government. Okay, so like Council for Energy and Environment, they are also participating and hiring people into the climate and sustainability space. Books and materials that you need to prepare for the exam. When you register for the exam, You get one GARP SCR book. This is a very, very good book, okay, with respect to the overall coverage of the content. It's a golden source. And apart from that, you also have a practice paper which you should ideally be doing it at the end. Okay, so primarily at the end of the your mock papers and all, then you should go ahead solve the sample paper from that book, which is freely available to all the students. How much time do I need to prepare for the exam? Okay, prepare for the exam. So what my recommendation is that if you can prepare say around 2 hours every single day, okay, and without miss, if you are able to complete 2 hours every single day, so roughly in 3 months, okay, you should be very good. Okay, you should be able to complete, the full syllabus, and you should be able to solve also properly, solve question bank. Okay, so this is what the broader timeline. If you look at in terms of number of hours of preparation, I would say 150 to 200 hours is more than enough. It's more than enough to prepare for the exam. Plan for preparation in 4 months. So now I'll just change it to 3 months. Okay, ideally my recommendation is that within even 3 months you can clear the exam. So you can, I'm just giving you a broader plan of 3 months. So there are like 10 chapters. So even if you complete three chapters each month minimum, then you'll be in a good position to clear the exam. And each chapter roughly would take around 3 to 4 hours, at least 4 hours, for you to complete the solving of the questions, reading of the content and all of that. So 3 to 4 hours minimum. So what I would recommend is that if you have 3 months to prepare, okay, then suppose we are looking at Jan, we are standing in Jan, okay, and the 18th of November, April is the exam. 18th of April is the exam. So what you can do as a analyst who's going to go for the exam is that you can split. You can complete say around 4 chapters from here, and then the remaining say around 4 chapters, and the last there are like 2 chapters which you should prepare. Okay, so in terms of preparation, the time is more than sufficient. 3 months, even if you're doing job, okay, every day if you prepare for 2 hours, you'll be able to complete those 4 chapters with solving easily in the first month of the preparation. So roughly around 4 chapters, 2 chapters actually, to cover the overall 10 chapters for the exam. Important points to remember before you go for the exam. Okay, so first point is nothing but look at GARP material. Okay, GARP book is very, very important. Do not miss it. Okay, there is a GARP sample paper which has to be solved before the exam. It has to be solved before the exam because you'll find almost a similar structure in the actual exam, so it gives you a lot of confidence. Okay, apart from these, at least try to solve 3 mock papers. Mock papers are nothing but up to that level or up to that difficulty level with a similar structure, and you have to solve this in the next 4 hours. Okay, if possible, also solve chapter wise questions properly, and you should take at least 1 week holiday before the exam date. Now, why this is helpful? Because what happens is when you're preparing and you have no friends or family where you can share your details or like what is this exam, nobody will be able to understand because this is your exam, right? So what happens is that you can give a lot of free time to employees, and they can basically learn from this festive aspect and grow, right? So 1 week holiday is something which I basically ask people to take before the exam, which will help them to continue their preparation, last 1 week preparation also, and solve the mock papers properly. This will give you a good indication of what is going to happen in the actual exam date. Few of the SCR success stories, we have been consistently talking about SCR on our platforms. A lot of our students have been able to clear the SCR exam. You can watch their interviews where they're talking about how they prepared, what has been their approach, how our material helped them to clear the exam. What our students say, okay, few of them has also posted on LinkedIn. So we have taken a screenshot. Okay, a few of your friends might also be my student and they've been able to clear the exam. Okay, so they've given you a brief snapshot. Okay, if you need any help in terms of preparation for the exam, you can scan this QR code, you can reach to us on our WhatsApp number. Okay, we'll be very happy to share with you the pricing details for our different types of package. So one package is a basic package, which is only question bank. The second package is standard package, which is basic plus the videos, and then third package is where you have the question bank, videos, some amount of doubt solving, and also some additional content to prepare for the exam. So that is basically our overall overview of SCR 2025 exam and how broadly you should prepare for the exam in the next future, in the immediate future. So thank you very much guys for joining in, and I hope I've been able to help you. I've been able to do justice to the queries that I'm getting with respect to the SCR exam. So thank you very much guys. Thank you for joining.